All right, welcome everyone. It is May 14th, Sunday, and in the United States, we have Mother's Day today. So I want to wish all the mothers and really all of us happy Mother's Day, because the mother archetype is in every single one of us. We are held by the great mother, and we have the mother inside of us. So whether or not you've actually birthed a baby, you are a mother. And today I'm going to interrupt our programming. Instead of doing gene key 23, which is a beautiful gene key from complexity to quintessence, to the essence of the universe through the path of simplicity, I want to highlight Mother's Day, because something happened to me this week that really called me forward to this story. And I cry every single time I read this, and I might cry again, just warning you, because it touches me so deeply. So some of you know that I love wolves. Anybody else love wolves? Canids, dogs, dogs, foxes, coyotes, wolves. I love canids. Back in 2007, I got really involved in a wolf sanctuary in Colorado. And my partner and I made some videos for them. And we also visited the sanctuary quite a bit. And I got to sit with wolves. These wolves were socialized, but they weren't domesticated. The thing about a wolf that sets it apart from a dog is that dogs have been domesticated, which means that they pretty much, their development is arrested in their adolescence. And that's why dogs do what we say and are super great companions. They work well with our lives because they, in effect, are like our children, and they feel like that. But wolves actually mature to adulthood, and they are sovereign. And they know, and dogs are too, but wolves are in their adulthood. So I got to sit, and some of you have seen the photos of me sitting on the ground with an alpha female, and her big paws on my leg and her tongue is in my mouth kissing me. And I was told that one of the ways they accept you into their world is to take their tongue and put it in your mouth. And so I was really prepared as I was in the sanctuary that I was just going to surrender to this beast. And this beast's head is like this. And they're amazingly agile and light, but when they get up close, you can just see. And the one thing that's cool about a wolf is that they could actually open their jaw 180 degrees. And that's what makes them incredible apex predators. And they hunt in packs. I know so much about wolves because when they were reintroduced into the wild in the 90s, I read all the literature about it. And I even went to Cody, Wyoming to protest U.S. Fish and Wildlife's delisting of the wolves from the Endangered Species Act. And there I got to interview second generation, like coyotes, and not coyotes, cowboys. I wish coyotes. Cowboys, and really ask them about their feelings about wolves. It's really interesting going into the Montana, Idaho, Wyoming area and seeing such an anti-wolf bias. And I related it so deeply to an anti-nature bias. This idea that we have to subdue nature, that the wildness in nature is not okay, that it is to be tamed, it is to be dominated. And doesn't that sound a lot like the patriarchy? Doesn't that sound a lot like what the white supreme toxic masculine has been doing to nature? And we're waking up from that. So today's story about mother and mothering comes from the story of a wolf. So I want you to enjoy this. I'm going to read it off my phone. I just got this from Defenders of Wildlife. If you ever look inside my emails, you'll see all kinds of emails from wildlife organizations. I'm just tracking what's going on because it really matters to me that the wild is preserved. So the letter starts off with this photo of this wolf, and it says, "Join us as we mourn the loss of Wolf 1849F, the oldest red wolf in the wild and a living legend." Whew. She was the matriarch who built a legacy by mothering and grandmothering generations of pups. Her impact is seen in the red wolves that roam wild in the Southeast. So I'm going to read her story as well. It's a beautifully told story. And it's told by these photographers who worked for Defenders of Wildlife, and they were trying to find this red wolf in the wild. And it starts off, "That one small dot on the horizon made all the difference that day. In fact, it made all the difference in the world. That dot proved a point. It revealed to us that there was hope. Defenders Heather Clarkson and I, traveling along the dusty roads of Alligator River National Wildlife Refuge in North Carolina, the only place in the world where they live in the wild. Red wolves are so close to extinction in the wild, you can count them on your fingers. In fact, they are so wary of humans, you could be lucky to find any to count at all. We would have been overjoyed just to see a footprint or a pile of scat or to hear a howl. The American red wolf, and probably you didn't even know there was an American red wolf. There's many species of wolves, the gray wolf, the Arctic wolf, and the timber wolf, and this American red wolf. There's also an Ethiopian wolf. The American red wolf is the most endangered canid in the world and the most endangered land mammal in the United States. Did you know that? And this is what these gals say. This is especially sad because the red wolf is our wolf, our meaning America, the United States, Northern America. They are uniquely American, and yet we let them down. Their history mimics that of many America's carnivores. Back when we had little understanding of the importance of apex predators. So like a shark, a grizzly bear, a wolf, they are apex predators. And they are so integral to the health of the ecosystem. But back in the early 1900s, with the rise of agriculture, they were demonized and they were exterminated. And things like Little Red Riding Hood, remember those stories where the wolf is dressed up and the wolf kills everybody? That's the mythology that underlies this deep fear of the wild. Heather and I knew only 8 wolves roamed in this 152,000 square acre refuge. And we dedicated the entire day to finding them. With a spirit of adventure, we declared each new bend of the road was an opportunity to find this wolf. But as dark came, our hopes began to sink with the setting sun. We agreed it was time to pack up and go home. But we granted ourselves one last look. In the distance was a subtle hue, a vague form, an undefined something of interest. We lifted our binoculars to find that looking back at us across a battlefield of time was Wolf 1849F, the oldest red wolf in the wild. At 12 years old, she was a living legend. And some of you don't know this, but wolves, their lifespan in the wild is around 6 years. Wolf 1849F, and we should probably give her her own name now. Maybe let's call her Sovereign. A sovereign mother is what I want to call her. Spent the majority of her life as the matriarch of her pack. She witnessed a fickle history of American red wolf conservation. Her species dwindled to less than 10. Can you imagine? Less than 10. Before a 2021 court mandate ordered the federal government to take immediate and aggressive steps toward red wolf recovery. And so 1 year later, there are close to 20 red wolves in the wild. Evidence that we can make progress in the species recovery when the will exists. So she doubled her plan. She doubled the species. One could argue the new efforts to restore red wolves in the wild would have been too little, too late, had it not been for Sovereign Mother, Wolf 1849F. And here it is. Here it is. She mothered and grandmothered her kin through the most treacherous of times. She birthed 3 litters of pups, 14 pups, with her life mate. But once he died, she never bred again. Given her limited number of potential mates in the wild, she was given an added opportunity in 2021 when a young male was relocated from St. Vincent National Wildlife Refuge in Florida to the Alligator River National Wildlife Refuge. Wolf 1849, Sovereign Mother, was captured and placed in a large holding pen with this dude, this young wolf, for a period of habituation. And they said they became friends, but she was not having it, not having romance. As though Wolf 1849F, as though Sovereign Mother understood her mission, she got it though. Once she and her new friend were released from the pen, she led him back to her pack, where her daughter took this male as her mate. And that union resulted in the birth of a wild litter, which hadn't occurred in the wild for 4 years. With that, Wolf 1849F fulfilled one of the greatest accomplishments. She gifted life to a future generation and then abdicated her throne. Like, I cannot think of a better metaphor. Whew. Wolf 1849F, Sovereign Mother, she passed away in March of natural causes. She left this earth with her kin standing on a red line abutting extinction. She led her pack away from that edge many times. And now it is up to us, surviving Americans, both canid and human, to fulfill the task of red wolf recovery. If we follow by example with the qualities this magnificent wolf embodied, American grit, ingenuity, resilience, determination, and loyalty, we will succeed in the task that she has passed down to us. And there it is. Inside of every species exists this impulse toward life, this impulse to mother, this impulse to care for the tribe, this impulse to care for the future. And it's not in everyone. And that's the thing about being a follower of other species, I've learned that some matriarchs of their pack are not that good. Some abdicate their responsibility, some don't care about it. And then there are these standouts. Just like in this human species, there are standouts. And we get to choose. Do we want to be an evolutionary leader and follow in the path of Sovereign Mother? Listening deeply to the cosmic mother, Gaia herself, feeling the resonance underneath our feet as she feels the resonance underneath her paws, and moves with the frequency of the mother, because the frequency of cosmic mother, divine mother, the mother Gaia that holds all of us, is the frequency of life. Life takes care of life. It's the frequency of abundance. It's the frequency of true prosperity. And so that Western mind, that patriarchal mind, it's not even Western, just that patriarchal mind that took the place of our worship of the mother and brought to us progress, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that, as in anything, in that dance of form, when you overdo something, there's major costs. And so what's the remedy for overdoing a patriarchal, linear, dominating way of being? Is to bring back the mother. It's the other side. It's the pole. Those poles must be in balance. We must be directed forward and aligned and take action. And we must also feel the pulse under our feet of the whole of life force energy running through us, caring for life, not just ourselves. And so, as Sovereign Mother 1849F shows us, our leadership matters. Our intention matters. I don't know how she got to be who she is, but to live 12 years in the wild, to double her lifespan, to birth 14 puppies, to connect the dots enough to double her species, takes incredible intelligence, an incredible connection with the cosmic mother. And so on this Mother's Day, I use the analogy of this species of wolves, who I have so much reverence for, as I do all apex predators, who in this dimensional reality of play and form hold everything together. Sharks, grizzly bears, orcas, wolves. And so let's bow to their power, to their holding, to the way nature set it up, so that everything thrives. Let's take a moment to imagine Wolf 1849F, Sovereign Mother, as I'm declaring her, and hold her in our hearts, hold her spirit in our hearts. Let her know we see her. Let her know that we take her spirit inside of us for the work that we are called to do on behalf of the Great Mother, the Cosmic Mother. And inside, let's promise her and Cosmic Mother that we will not fail, that with her support, both of their support, Sovereign Mother's support, Cosmic Mother's support, that we will fulfill our own personal mission that supports the collective thriving and the thriving of all life on Earth. And so it is.